Okay, guys, welcome to the Chompy Storm channel. We're starting this channel, and it's our first video. And what better way to start off the channel than making a video that might make half the community hate us? So, are we gonna introduce ourselves? Are we gonna use our names or like fake names?
We can just use our names, I guess.
I don't really care. I'm Aiden.
I'm Cam. We're starting this new channel together. We decided this after a couple of years of loving Skylanders and growing up with the game that we're going to start our own channel about Skylanders.
Yeah, we've grown up on the game. We're both collectors. We both have pretty good collections. He's got the better collection, but my collection's pretty good too. So,
Bro, don't have Chompy name.
Dude, shut up. So, this is our first video, and we could have done just like welcome to the channel video, but that's boring. Who really wants to see that? So our first video,
Nobody,
is gonna be hot takes, Skylanders hot takes. Do you have yours, right?
I do have my hot take. Should I go first or you go first?
It doesn't matter who. I don't know. And we should debate. We should talk about them. We shouldn't just be like, oh, this is this. I hate this, and then like continue.
Okay, I'm down to do that.
All right.
I'll go first. I'll stay one first.
Hold on.
Okay.
Wait, hold on. I want to turn you up. Okay, say something.
Okay. All right.
I guess better.
Can you hear me?
Yes, let's go.
Okay, I'll start first. So, my first hot take is for the game Imaginators, and it's about a certain Skylander that a lot of people know very well. His name is Crash Bandicoot. And my hot take about him is that he's very overhated, and he's not even that bad.
He's not that bad in the game?
No, he's actually very good in the game. Just think about it. He has a bunch of lives, so you have a lot of opportunities, even if you mess up once. All you gotta do is just dodge a little bit and keep throwing his freaking explosive, and you'll be perfectly fine. I think he's overhated by half the community, if you ask me. And he's a great addition to the game.
So, this was not my first one, but it kind of goes off what you said. One of mine is the Crash Bandicoot crossover isn't that good.
Okay, well, I'm starting off.
We're back.
How long were you cut out?
For like 10 seconds. That was technical difficulties. Okay, so say what you were trying to say.
I said, in my opinion, the Crash Bandicoot collab makes Imaginators a better game as a whole, and which goes off another one of my hot takes we'll talk about later. But without Crash Bandicoot, Imaginators wouldn't be as good. And the characters bring more variety to the roster. And Crash Bandicoot is just an iconic character in general. You can't really argue with that.
Look, what I'm saying is Crash Bandicoot's alright. I mean, I wouldn't pick him like in a lock or anything. I really don't like Cortex, honestly.
Look, I'll agree with you on that one. Cortex is very overrated, and he doesn't play good in the game either.
And him being a wizard or sorcerer makes literally no sense. Like he's not even a sorcerer. He has a gun. He should be a quick shot. Yeah. We only have two. We only have two quick shots. He should just be the third quick shot.
That really doesn't make any sense to me. That's the one part they botched with the collab is making Neo Cortex of how he is, because he doesn't really play good in the game at all. But I see where you're coming from with after take, but I don't want the Crash Bandicoot hate over here.
All right, so should you go again, or should you go again?
I'll go again. I'll go again because you just had a hot take to rebuttal it. We already had on there that we didn't even plan.
Yeah, we have not heard each other's hot takes, by the way.
This is all live reactions to the hot takes, guys.
All right.
Okay, so I'll go next. This is another hot take that I have that you might disagree with. Their fans might disagree with. I said that undead is a very overrated element.
Wow. And why is that?
I mean, they don't have that many cool characters if you think about it. They just have like one or two cool characters from not every single game. They just have like 4 or 5 cool characters in general. Like Wolfgang's cool, Chop's cool.
I'm looking at the shelf right now. Chop, Eyebrow, Rattleshake, Crit King, Funny Bone. Funny Bone is one of your favorite Skylanders.
Look, I know they have some heavy hitters, but overall, they're bottom 3 elements, if you ask me. And
I mean, look, to be honest,
cool.
like, they have some good ones, but then they also have some, like, really bad ones. Or, like, not necessarily bad, it's, like, forgettable or boring.
Like, who cares about Fiesta? Who cares about Roller Brawl?
I mean, I was going to say, I do kind of like Roller Brawl. I really don't care for Fright Rider. I mean, he might be cool, but, like, when I got him, I'm like, who? Like, I didn't even know he was a thing. Like, he never got another figure. Like,
I'll give Ghost Roaster some respect. He's pretty cool. But, in my opinion, Undead as a whole, they're better elements, if you ask me.
Okay. So I have one about an element, too. And I think that you're actually going to disagree with this. The air element is the worst element.
I definitely disagree with that, but let me hear your reasoning.
Look, there are good Skylanders, like Wildstorm. I mean, that's literally half of the channel name. I like Wildstorm a lot, but other than that, it's so mid. Like, I'm looking at my shelf right now. Let's see. From SSA, there's not, like, a single, like, iconic air element like there is for almost every other element. Like, you got Eruptor, Gilgrunt, Spyro, Stealth Elf, you know, Cinder, like, all these, like, well-known. And then you have, like, Warnado, Thunderbolt, Sonic Boom, and Whirlwind, which I get, they're not bad, but they're just, they're not memorable enough.
Yeah, but think about this. Air has cape, so when you think about it that way,
Air is
a better element. But I see what you mean. I think it's a bottom 3 element for sure.
Okay, and look, let me go down the list. Swarm, the most forgettable giant. I don't hate him, but, like, he's just, I didn't even think there was an air giant for many years. Free Ranger's alright, but, like, Boom Jet's pretty forgettable. I'm not saying he's bad, but he's just pretty forgettable. Thunderbolt is not bad either, but he's just kind of like a bigger lightning rod. Pop Thorns and Blades is pretty forgettable. Fling Kong's, like, rare, so you don't even really see him. Stormblades. Stormblades might be my least favorite Skylander. Sure, she might be able to play good in game, but, like, she has, like, a really boring design.
I don't hate that take. I agree with that take. Honestly, we can let you cook for that one.
Honestly, Imaginator's Airstrikes is not, like, air is not bad. Like, Airstrike's alright, Bad Juju's alright, Wildstorm's cool.
Wildstorm alone is better, or do you ask me?
I mean, it's hard to say that, because Wildstorm is my favorite sensei. I really like Wildstorm. I like Airstrike. I don't hate Bad Juju. But, you know, one game can't carry the whole element. Like,
yeah, but if you think about it, Wildstorm's like the Roman Cavaliers. He carries the entire element on his back.
I mean, like, but yeah, you can't just say, oh, the element's it's the best element or it's a great element because there's one or two good Skylanders and the rest are mid, you know?
Yeah, I guess.
Alright, I guess it's your turn. I guess it's your turn.
Okay. My next take, a hot take, this is probably the first one we both agree on, is that chase variants are overrated as they should not be desired as much as they are.
I do agree with this because, like, sure, they look cool enough, but they don't appear in game, and, like, what's the point?
Yeah. They don't appear in game. They're basically just for collection. And who wants to spend $500 on a freaking Flock Trigger Happy?
Exactly. I only have
No hate the people that collect. I'm just saying, I don't have the money for that right now.
Like,
there's better things you can do than buy something that doesn't even show up in the game.
I find them very interesting. I'll say that. Like, Happy Birthday Ben is very interesting. You know, all these are interesting, but I'm not interested in collecting them because, like, I don't want to spend $2,000 on a furry Trigger Happy, like you said, or something. Or, you know, I literally have two chase variants. I have Glow in the Dark Cinder and Red Drill Sergeant, and Cinder doesn't even glow in the dark.
I have a couple chase variants, but the thing is, they're just overrated to collect in general. Because I understand the really rare ones like Happy Birthday Ben Starcast and stuff like that. I understand why you want to collect that, but Flock Trigger Happy, like, come on now.
They'd be infinitely more, you know, desirable to me if they appeared in game or they were different. Just saying special above the, like, special is not, you know.
Especially Pumpkin Eyebrow, that was a huge drop.
That should have 100% just been a regular variant. It's a very, I really like the idea of it, but, like,
the design was super cool and they botched it by making the chase variant.
I don't really have much more to say. I also have one about variants.
We got our take off. Let's hear it.
You might disagree with this because I remember you saying something. Most of the Easter variants suck.
Oh, I definitely disagree with that. I love all their designs.
Now think about it. Egg-sided Thrillipede is literally just white Thrillipede.
But he looks like an Easter bunny. That's cool.
Yeah, but like...
I mess with that.
I mean, there's so many. Why is there so many Easter... Like, why does there need to be 50 Easter variants?
I think the color combination of the Easter Skylanders are just cool. Like, Springtime Trigger Happy has a very cool design, if you ask me.
I mean...
Springtime Clearwolf, or whatever he was called.
I'm not saying that all of them are bad, but like... Egg-sided Thrillipede is really not a good design for me, and like I really would rather have regular Thrillipede, obviously. Not just because it's more rare or expensive, just because it looks way better. Like, because it's just like, it looks lazy. It looks like they just went into like whatever they did and there's like, take off all the textures.
I can see what you mean by that. I mean, I agree with that. So at some point, some form, but the variants are also cool, if you ask me. Their designs are cool.
Exactly, but what about Springtime Flocked Trigger Happy? Do you like that one?
I don't think I like that.
I mean, this one was kind of weak. I mean, honestly, I don't even really, now that I think about it, I don't really even hate all of them. It's really just Egg-sided Thrillipede. Maybe that
you should have just made it your hate for Egg-sided Thrillipede.
Hey, I mean, yeah, honestly, I mean, but the thing is, like, I feel like it's kind of boring, because, like, it's just, like, so many. There's, like, one in, like, every single game, pretty much, like, or there's, like, so many.
Yeah.
Who was asking for excellent Wii Ruptor, really? Like, who said yes? We need that.
Jace Todd actually asked for it for Christmas in 2017.
All right, go to your next hot take. I think this is your fourth.
Yeah. Okay, this is going to make a lot of people in the community mad. Imaginators is the second best game in the series, and it's an amazing game.
I disagree. I don't hate Imaginators. I don't hate Imaginators, but I'm not saying it's the second best game.
And my best argument for that is you can play as every single Skylander ever made, and it has so many iconic villains from Trap Team, and the roster and Imaginators just makes it such a good game.
Like I won't say that's
even if the storyline lacks a little.
I won't say that. I think the roster could very potentially be the best roster out of any Skylanders game. Like, Trap Team's my favorite game. Trap Team's your favorite game. But, like, honestly, most of the roster, besides, like, the Trap Masters, and not even all the Trap Masters are pretty mid, right? Like, so there's some cool cores, but, like, there's also some, like, mid cores, like Trailblazer.
Yeah. I just think the roster carries the game so much for me.
Like,
in the story, even if the story lacks a little, the roster just makes it such a good game for me.
There's a lot of great Skylanders, but there's some stinky ones like Barbella and Tidepool, you know.
Yeah, but every single Skylanders game has that. And does freaking the Super Turtles have Wolfgang as a playable character? I don't think so. Besides racing, but who cares about that?
Well, his face is on a trophy, I think.
You can race as him, but like, it's cool to play as him as an official Skylander.
I do like I feel like there was a lot of missed potential. I feel like they wanted to do more villains, but they decided not to. Like,
yeah,
I love Blastertron. Yeah. But I think Luminous might have been a better one. But I'm glad that we did get Blastertron.
Yeah.
But I think Luminous would have been a better one. They probably didn't pick that because he's like DLC and like, you know.
We should have got a Chef Pepperjack figure.
Yeah, I do. I feel like if there was another game, we probably would have gotten it or like more. You know.
Yeah.
Like I think Hoodsickle for Dark was honestly a bad choice because I don't hate that Hoodsickle's in the game or anything, but he's also not Dark Element. He's undead.
I could have done Nightshade. Would have been cooler.
I think they just wanted Hoodsickle and Wolfgang, and I'm not going to complain about that.
Yeah, I see what you mean.
Yeah.
Are we going to move on?
Yeah. There was one. I have something about games too, but I'm going to get this one's going to be short and sweet. Jetvac is a horrible Skylander.
Look, I don't disagree with that particularly. I think he's heavily overrated by much of the community just because he was known as iconic through all the years. I don't find his design that cool and appealing to me. I mean, it's kind of sick and bland.
And as a character, like in Imaginators, he's not really interesting. He's not like I don't enjoy sitting there listening to him. You know, I feel like he's kind of control freak.
His voice is kind of annoying.
And even, I haven't watched it in a long time, but I remember him being really annoying in the Skylanders Academy show. And I guess I should say Jetvac's a horrible character. It probably should be he's a horrible character, not really Skylander, because I don't even know if I've played as him before, so I can't really judge him based on that. Well, I guess we'll say he's a horrible character. He's annoying, I'll say.
Yeah. Let's just move on before you make anybody too mad.
Okay, you have your last. What's your last take?
My last and final take, which is definitely going to get me canceled in our first episode, is I think Giants is kind of overrated.
I've never even played Giants. I really want to. I have the game, but there was a lot of missed potential. They had the most figures out of any game, but like 80% of the figures were just reposes.
Maybe we should do a playthrough eventually. But my opinion on why it's slightly overrated is the community hypes it up a lot, and when you play it, it kind of just reminds me of Skylander Spyro's Adventure Part 2. And it's really annoying that you can't jump in the game.
Like, I really like all the Giants. Like, I feel like all the Giants are are good.
Yeah. I mean,
like,
the roster's good, it's just the gameplay just reminds me of Spyro's Adventure way too much.
The cores are kind of 50-50 for me, because, like, some of the cores are cool, but some of them are really forgettable, like Flashwing. Like, did we even get another Flashwing? I think we got Light Core Flashwing in Giants, but, like...
And, like, Jade Flashwing, but that's about it.
Like, Pop Fizz is a GOAT. I mean, obviously Pop Fizz is amazing. Who can say they don't like Pop Fizz? I think everybody likes Pop Fizz.
Yeah.
Back again at the Jetpack.
It's not like I'm saying it's a bad game. It's not like I'm saying it's a bad game. I'm just saying it's overrated by the community.
That is true. Like, I don't really hear people talk about Giants that much is the thing.
Yeah. Whenever you hear a Giants fan, they're very passionate about it, and they'll let you know they love Giants.
I've always liked Giants, but I've never played it. I've always wanted to play it, but I just never have. And I have the game now, but I feel like I don't really just like sitting down playing it by myself.
Playthrough coming soon, maybe?
Maybe. Are you ready for my final one? You might get heated about this. I don't know how you feel about this.
Yeah, let me hear it.
Skylanders Imaginators has the worst gimmick out of any of the games.
That's honestly an awful take. It's an amazing gimmick.
Hear me out.
Let me hear why.
It was between that or Superchargers, but I feel like Superchargers gets enough bashing. So listen,
I think driving cars is way worse than creating your own Skylander.
No, listen.
Let me hear you why you think that.
Like, I don't think I've ever, like... First of all, collecting the Imaginite crystals is such a painful task in the first place. Let's say you're trying to create your character, right? And you're like, oh, I want these legs. But you don't have the legs. So you have to, like, play through the whole game 50 times to maybe get the legs. Which is...
Yeah, well, the way you're saying it is the way they made the gimmick was awful. In my opinion, the gimmick itself is cool, but the way you have to do it is very untedious and hard to get through. The crystals are just not a cool design. You see,
I feel like making your own Skylander is underwhelming too. Is the thing. Like, let's see, what am I trying to say? So there's like not like we tried to make like just like a human character, right? And there was not even like a human head. Like, how was there not a human head? It was a robot head that we picked.
We just didn't have enough parts. Maybe it's just we didn't have enough parts for everything we needed.
I feel like they have a lot of...
I see what you mean. I'm 50-50 on your take when you described it.
Like,
I didn't agree with you at first.
I feel like they have a lot of, like, cool specific parts, but also not, like, enough, like, just generic parts that, like, you could just, you know...
Yeah.
And there's 100 different sets, plus other ones that aren't part of a set, right? So, like... And I don't know this for sure, but if that counts towards, like, the completion of the game, then I'll never complete the game. Because that's just so long.
Yeah. I mean, I see what you mean there, and I partially agree with your take. We'll see what the fans say in the comments, because we're going to have no fans, so we'll see what they say. After this episode.
Yeah, our 2 subscribers, which would be me and you.
Yeah, they're gonna go crazy for this.
Can't wait to see what Gerald Giraffe has to say about this video. Well, I guess that's all it takes.
And shout out to KaboomFan33. Thank you for subscribing to our channel.
If you like this video, please subscribe. Please like. We're trying to It's something I want to do. I want to make Skylanders videos.
Yeah, we're both very passionate about Skylanders, and we grew up playing the games. We're just trying to be relatable YouTubers about Skylanders because there's not too many out there right now.
I feel like this could be interesting, like the POV of like a regular fan that doesn't have like thousands of dollars to spend on figures. You know, that's not like a rich or like SEL Matt. Shout out to SEL Matt, by the way. He's the freaking GOAT. He's like the GOAT of the community.
Yeah. SEL Matt, you probably don't remember me, but I used to be in your streams a long time back in the day, and you actually gave me a $25 gift card. So shout out SEL Matt.
I actually
absolute legend.
I just bought something off the SEL shop today. Actually, Power Blue Splat.
Yeah, it's a good figure for the price. You'd expect it to be more expensive.
I thought it was gonna be expensive, but yeah, I guess that's it. We'll make more videos eventually.
Yeah.
I have a couple ideas.
We'll probably make some videos. I have some ideas about rare Skylanders and talking about our opinions on them. We'll see what we can do.
We'll come together. We'll find out. So I guess for now that was it. That was our first video. I don't know how long it is. It's probably decently long.
Probably about like 15 minutes.
Yeah, I hope you enjoyed. We'll try to get this up, and please like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you guys in the next video.
Chompy later, gang.